mail stuff and this, you gotta do this to get a deal. That has always been the thing. That has always been it. How these motherfuckers do it now, you gotta do motherfucker. The reason why I got up is because I called Benny Medina a faggot to his face.
Now, once I got to Warner Brothers, what happened? They tried to mold and shape me into something else and make my image more acceptable by people, so they wanted me to be in the...
Step right up, everyone, and get ready for a fascinating journey behind the scenes of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You might have heard some interesting stories already about the cool things that happened while making the show, Will Smith's rise to fame, and the funny stuff that brought the show to life. But guess what? There's more to the story than you know. The latest shockwaves to hit Hollywood suggest that the tale of Will Smith's ascent to stardom is merely the opening act of a riveting drama. But hold on to your thoughts, because the spotlight has shifted to a character lurking in the shadows. Benny Medina, the mastermind behind the scenes. According to MC Shan, Benny Medina, the show's producer, didn't just convince Will to join the show in questionable ways. He might have also tried the same tactics with him. The rapper has now shared some revealing details about Medina's actions, which could seriously impact Medina's reputation in the industry. So what exactly are these details? Well, get ready to join us on a wild ride where Will uncovers secrets, dreams, and things you'd never expect. Hang on tight. This story is about to take us on an exciting journey into Hollywood's secrets.
Fresh Prince guy, we ain't in a rush. I'm on Warner Brothers. All of the dots are connected, but they didn't connect the dots that I was from the projects, and I don't play that bullshit. And so from the time that I told Benny Medina what I said to him, my career went whoop whoop, and I was up for that role.
All right, let's dive into a story that might just blow your mind. Have you ever heard of MC Shan? He's a rapper from the 80s, and you probably know him from his hit song The Bridge and his part in the popular song Informer by Canadian rapper Snow. Now here's the scoop. Choosing the actors for a famous TV show like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air wasn't as simple as picking names out of a hat. Sure, Will Smith eventually got the main role, but it seems there's a lot more to the story than just his acting skills. MC Shan believes that Will didn't only land the role because of his acting talent. Nope, there were some other things involved that Will had to agree to, even if he wasn't too comfortable with them. But wait, there's more. This isn't just about Will Smith's journey. It's also about someone else who played a big role in making things happen for Will in Hollywood. And that someone is Benny Medina. Now, MC Shan has been sharing some really spicy details, just like a chef spicing up a dish. He recently revealed in an interview that he was actually considered for the main role that later became famous thanks to Will Smith. But things took a twist when Shan used some hurtful words to describe Benny Medina, who's a manager, producer, and record executive. And guess what happened? Not only did Shan miss out on the role, but it also had a big impact on his entire career. Now here's the scoop Shan dropped in an interview. He straight up looked Benny Medina square in the eyes and said things that would make a sailor blush. Yeah, you heard that right. Shan didn't mince words, but that's not even the most shocking part.
And so from the time that I told Benny Medina what I said to him, my career went whoop whoop, and I was up for that role. And it's not you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm putting this out there just to try and... I'm telling my story.
This rapper spilled the beans on why he never even got to chat about cash and contracts. You won't believe it. He thought the money that they were throwing on the table just wasn't worth the hoops he'd have to jump through. Allegedly, of course, he didn't even get the chance to sit down and negotiate. And let's just say, the money wasn't tempting enough for him to go through all the hassle. But this isn't just about money and fame. It's about fitting a certain mold. Shan spilled more secrets in another interview, going deep into why he thinks he missed out on that role. He's got a theory, and it's a doozy. Apparently, to make it big, you gotta play by some unwritten rules. Those who are making waves in the industry? Yeah, they're playing the game, my friends. Shan even spilled some tea about Warner Brothers trying to shape and mold him into something he just wasn't comfortable with.
Now, once I got to Warner Brothers, what happened? They tried to mold and shape me into something else.
Fast forward a bit, and Shan's sticking to his guns. He's convinced that speaking his mind might have been the reason his major record label deal went down the drain. According to him, he basically said it like it is to Benny Medina, and that's when things started to unravel. But you know what? Shan's not backing down. He's actually proud of his choices, choosing to be his authentic self over conforming to someone else's vision.
And I wasn't gonna change for you. nor was I gonna take anything up to Tushkash.
Oh, but does it stop there? Shan even sent a message out to the one and only Will Smith. Yeah, they were buddies, but there's a twist. Shan's got a question for Will about his first movie after the show, 6 Degrees of Separation. Why, you ask? Well, there were rumors that Will's identity was not straight as an arrow after that movie hit the screens.
Hey, Paul, come on, stop that. I was wondering if
The story behind all of this is that, in the movie, Will had a pretty intimate part to play. He had to get into character so deep that he ended up having to kiss his male co-star. And guess what? He pulled off this challenging role so brilliantly that he even snagged a big award for it. But here's where things get interesting. People started raising their eyebrows when more and more details about this part in the movie started popping up on the internet. Will explained, I was doing something called method acting for 6 Degrees of Separation. Now, what's that? Well, method acting means you totally dive into your character. You really become the role, soaking up every bit of it. Let me tell you, at that time, the topic was buzzing everywhere. Fans, critics, everyone couldn't stop talking about it. It's like this whole internet was abuzz with this fascinating story. Now, usually all the talk about Will having to do something quite unexpected would have calmed down by now. But guess what? Things got a tad more interesting when the rapper turned actor spilled the beans that he actually fell head over heels for his co-star during the movie. In his personal book, Will spilled the beans that he fell in love with someone who acted alongside him in 6 Degrees of Separation. Now picture this. Will was already married to Charisse, and they had just become parents to their son Trey. But here's the kicker. Will didn't just switch off his role when he left the movie set. Nope, he kept on living that character even when he wasn't on the set. Many folks seem convinced that Will Smith's personal identity has more to it than meets the eye. And you won't believe the twist. Benny Medina isn't the only one allegedly linked to the actor in this intriguing tale. Rumor has it that Quincy Jones, a man of many talents, known for working with legends like Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin, and the king of pop, Michael Jackson, might have played a role too. But here's where it gets even juicier. Quincy's known for more than just his music. For years, there's been gossip about his personal preferences, and it seems Will Smith might be part of those discussions. That's right, the rumor suggests Quincy might not be traditionally oriented when it comes to romance. Hold on to your hats because the story doesn't stop there. Some surprising claims have emerged, hinting that Quincy might have influenced the desires of well-known figures like Will Smith and Tupac. It's like he's woven into the tapestry of the LGBTQ+ community. Oh, and do you remember that unforgettable talk with Tupac? It was a moment that dropped like a bombshell. It seemed like Tupac was spilling the beans about Quincy Jones's motives, and things got even more tangled when the interview somehow vanished into thin air. Now let's get real here, folks. If we're to believe these tales, it would take someone with some serious power and sway to make an interview vanish like that. You've got to admit, it's quite the mystery. And here's the kicker. Amidst all these rumors about Quincy Jones, there's even talk about Tupac planning to marry his daughter. With all these new details coming out and interesting connections, it's clear that Will Smith's story isn't simple. MC Shan's talk and what people are saying online show there might be more going on. From Will's role in 6 Degrees of Separation to what folks are discussing, it's getting curious. Will he share more about this himself? We'll just have to wait and see. In the world of entertainment, things that are hidden often come out eventually. Now, we'd love to know what you think about this. Are you on the same page as MC Shan? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And as we eagerly anticipate further developments, make sure not to skip our upcoming video, where we delve even deeper into these unexpected revelations.